video tin wati cheng chabet ni dwe tie pa dwe me bor magali bari yogi pier video juri Jumbo weekend sports family mangang mitu mabedi dalen bir wangang de come wa ni chama lokum di chama in metu o kenya ma chama de yengo da chama lokum di yang mabe tien ni ket mabe ga communicating per botin no ka season chok ya picket man wakilo representatives be fans luma ka do kid mi club making bio ko chat ya ko chen no logo materi da chi wakilo ye kan wanginyo ket ma ye de anto na ku logo mega nyo debate matini do twale no mir dangu nya gina no tiga secretary chief duchu wanero transfers berga timeki clubs matini English back this family. Of course, season more car Liverpool to Kobo, a bear. Chelsea don't cut it from nowhere, which was surprising. Dana could be the Otara, he will Biruko Butch, man, we logo. He could give him a man, Kuro, but take a did Bongo Campbell, Tiga kind, and Conde Bibi Campbell representing Chelsea, Donny McCombie, and the world team Malcolm, King, then Liverpool, you take a win, Matari, the JB double Donny, King Wang or which I will kill Will, Mama don't pretend to any good no channel, Queen down your couldn't be young, love me PS. Ara HPT kachel meroki logmi FFP when kona be mi en boti no wanginyo kachel ko give status but club kachel in terms of finances kidong resources on negative ni will ko kemgo will kwere kidong ben season tiga ya pe odon dini mono ki community secret of course what it won the JB michumpi Manchester United undi unya baziga kanti magma pool no tiga log JB keep it locked and tinti live ka kanji matiga watching live ki TV no don't tiga nano hand bene what take it down a chill makome be but the pete ma be the tran mar di materi da bene ki lore muzungu kai di town Kenyo kai chao log no komas no gichen ka wunya keno gunyo ko tika moron ka ti wa bene and tiga kai ne la di muzungu do makome kido moti kambe ba ko mi kare borki gumot in kido in mane ti wa and TV, of course, very cara me cara more down. Where I joined the JB Tiring P. Harao, me Manchester United.
Piara don't Piara. Virtual Adit Lamson, host Wami and Martin. Yeah, you virtual kill Wara, Charlton Mukapa, Martin Studio Kevakain. Lewin Radio, 11 keeping locked to this station. Cop when you sports analysis, Kamaikan. Good more kill Borote with Martini, Tigil Mabet, Mabe kwa yote twale bichake tini mene wati yako dolo dok season mabe ana
foya materi da yes men la dita JB dar be ke penyi ba ni JB dum pe wanero pian pol kar ka dilo tie dam ne ni bus ni tepe ni hotels mugo ni motel mugo kana no dilo ki yo kana mugo inero ni acto dum dar ko be ke ne diwe we ke wako
be la dit Lamson kele wa kene ana adu la Asian Beach I think engagement madit twaki Manchester United dam ki ken dam ki penye ba coupe wati malamal cha taune tien pore ka bi anywa kilo win radio ki Jambo FM live thank you
okay yes wa doctor la di muzungu henchum pi hasno materi da muzungu tirini
ati mabe
wa can
yeah
wa ka pi hasno in pe ye doctor chungi double stand lo jameno
ana ye one Arsenal we come
okay
yeah
mo kom win radio matiwa
be to ala win radio war ka check ma kan ma wadu ko for ma tap ni with Jambo FM kidong tipi kwa na chen ma me any Facebook day station ma me any tiene ni analysis ma bi me tiene ne chan be bero record kay ni
okay
ma chao kan bi chao yiro Lamson no mi ar chak ke na chak me na any kana bi wajani any bi team to season okay my mar batting be wrong with the ka de me ke kara down for
ma tap mena muzungu watege kambe ndo mbe kama ne ma kana kara pengo season ne mti ya barajo
tamani umera be kilo ar konge kene amad ankana kan ma don fura be kero me actually mo kamwen ana wa no ke be kalo ani champion me England kan but worldwide champion so, as a Chelsea fan this is almost now my 23rd or 25th years now supporting Chelsea so I know that when it comes to Chelsea, I'm going to give you the best I can.
Okay.
All right.
Yes, Mero Campbell. Okay, like very wateki la mien wachela ya tiko yo choke doni ga kan ilule Dolphin. Of course, and we be the representing. Before pia wachero kanena both clubs can kidon nana kila tiget. We season mukaro tum ninki bot in comeback na Chelsea.
Yeah, Kenya no last season kima wachao kere. Wachao season mabe and obiriki hope ne at least come the end of the season, possibly know what you can come right no about no number Rio. Of course, my season we did not think you know about be top 4 no lare. But Kim watch out the first half of the season we are developing game money actually the season could be one that we never saw coming. But again, with that young squad we ended up not maintaining the game. I mean, maintaining our winning start. So around January, February, Kenya we blundered a lot, and so we're dropping. Almost qualifying for top 4, almost defeated us. But again, thank God because of teams mukana be ma pera ko be to my bed trial. Go mean why you me do into the competition, and so in season 1 we ended up with top 4 and Pogi Kenya we went and dominated the conference league by actually playing almost our second or even third team whatever team conference what team World Club Championship. And to me, as a Chelsea fan, I think we had a very good season.
Okay.
And we still expect this season is going to be exceptional.
It's okay. All right. Muzungu season kibori has no guberka yor when na table with table when down when let's picture kiwi table. Para going to church or us in the past 3 seasons when don't build a Mario. We made that Chelsea season mo karatum ni kibotin.
Yeah. A point to announce. Season mo karo about team Arsenal. No ko be season maraj. Yani ne ka inero kedma Arsenal to very good deal. There's much improvement. Arsenal pero club achieve ma kicha building mo tema na ngech. And building ma Arsenal pero ka building tagi pero ka kicha de mo duong kwa kai port kita club mo kana ko bela team ko and no get will madam. So Arsenal go better building squad makamegi where of do better to mata seasons are dead tiakonena Mario Unero begin mayor kainero nechalo the Arsenal is the only club mounting again the Premier League panyo ka team mounting again. So season na po better right kainero kairwa Champions League pe wati mara to mistakes mo komana na ma what you identifying or don't go with each other. So I know season what right.
Well, Manchester United gen go ber ke herek nagma of course to tingi ko their Carabao will go have tingi ko gi bot Pep Guardiola ko ber yoro kala dit JB bara season mo karoni waneno gen go bino yoro match ka Chelsea herek na yoro ma tagrida mado chero tin dar ma tek na chat Manchester United ye la dit maglen root ban history mano dar mar ma tagrida to we no club teaching kidong down we want to within the club new assistants manupa pa herekana wenki ba again no kan ma ken mo chwere shin dan Dan Hasworth mano to challenge the sporting director pa Manchester United magutu teme gamno bere garden leave for more than even like 3 months but he garden leave again maybe about Manchester United baratiyo we biti can kichera ke baya kichera kero hamurim system man do kwere to kere back 3 dan we be one down up and ki kuja binu chilo Manchester City Champions League ngwere ko machelo chidok Germany war get my bear mukana be war na be chins fans ngo be yo mukana be marach man you chiro tiego when number power we beach ko mano gudong we donya ki wa ngor pe ngi donya ki wa ngore chidong gara chor ki wa ngor do be pere man you po chero gutio ko me Europa League tono spas mai ki ching Manchester United season no tumli ninki botin kai reviewing that Rio JB
Betwala Ladis Lamson season Paman, you made a white cameling near the last 2 seasons. That's the season 2023, 2024, 2024, 2025. Madam 2025, 2026. I made a watch to Pamani Kubel Betwal. Man look ki the system man one ticket the kick quite to man one ticket as well. O mio Kenya Man has been the most successful club in the history of Premier League, by the way. Mami dwa ngeo kama le. Chika ngaro mo ko ne gamo lo ko miro ngeo ko ne wi ma pe lo ko ma partner the most successful club in the history of Premier League is Manchester United. And then the other thing the season has not been good. Pianim actually Man U the last season, but let me talk about last season. Wacha to mapebe to Pianim ko season 2023-2024 wakoma mada midoni Europa League. May go Man City FA Cup pardon one don't one what kile watch it. Show ndura nyura kama lengne to system Man U itself when you the coaches they're not doing the right thing. Cristiano Ronaldo Carme and when me a lot more the system the training facilities in Man U petiabe. Or where the team draft Ligobino will take shares in Man U about 50%. I give to take lasers. Things have started to change. Matches last season, when I'm a part of it, Europa don't bene, you can see from this pre-season tour and the transfer market itself, Man U very careful, me no quite down my part to toilet to my part, my part, man and Romo. So actually, season will be much toilet board when one you can tell a benchmark. Okay, now, killing club money can coaches are there in one season. It's not an easy thing. Kengan man being system, mamege, key tactics, mamege. The two must adjust. You can't play alone. You must adjust. Joe better take what while to Man U. Mako don your bar. Or a manager, Machal Ruben Amorim, or each and every time, many to what on your bar. Kijamare Matakotwan. Killing any, Wabi Kakarida, Kituru, Key system, Manian, Piano Pobedica, Mitrain, to Mamege. But many are not the bar, but rather no TUK matches be training to do. So I believe in the season will be better my better trial. Okay. I admit the last two seasons were not been good, but the fact still remains we are the most successful club in this Premier League. Thank you.
Yes, what take a club at chill, Makangaloni getting very successful and Manera taking only Liverpool. But right now, we're trying to get paid studio. Go to your Champions League and Liverpool. Kaida in terms of titles, getting Kimats and Latin become very getting titles of Dunglo, Pierre Rio, JB. Primarily, we have Pemali, but Chen Kimia, Buman, Pierre Buman, Rio, Mats Nated, get a doubt, Tio, Ten Marawa Power, we are there. And okay, in terms of titles, no Liverpool Kachel Genki, Manchester United, Kimia War, getting Pierre Rio, Hasno, Muzungu, Unitiga Power, we are there. Chelsea, Bongo Donera, Kudu, Yakuda. Yes, America required and no. But do go about Manchester City, be unmati kind maybe pian or la did pido, probably camera reporting, she made on probably academy acquiring at the last moment because we were setting it busy, to be busy, con what representatives stay at the same thing. We are putting a kind of Duffy and maybe we can call you one. Manchester City again go to attack with a Pep Guardiola since being at least City team, you come my bed, keep Premier League, you better go to my bed and to the past. Season Mokaro in City Public Affair in Mabe. Germany Euro City, Matakada, Mabere season money channel 2023-2024 ka Arsenal better serious. No con or Arsenal your team become made English back kids no league. Ochaki about Campbell. No metamo better my parent Flatboard City just within 1 minute second. When I season Mokaro would up chinging on Pegadier, which I Club World Cup. When Petuere, Sito will, Mamus, Luke, we can go to Kemachal Savino, and of course the Dyke of Chalo Alan, you know, we put in the squad. More team about City.
Yeah, I feel like my team, in the radio, okay, Lamson. Looking at City, had a very good team, but the season before, the season after Gutian recover, that is last season. Buru and Roma, I think somehow failing, me replacing. One of the Togoma, City Ruanyoma, Poberi Mirige, and a bit of midfielder, Rodri. And Kenya from their game against Arsenal, the majority of Arsenal players were targeting Rodri because they knew NIT engine room per City. So they made sure he was out of the game. And for me, that was the defining moment in season per City. Then secondly, City Mukana take a pressing game because Logitica aging. Because Kenya, Jonathan Ruben Diaz, being Kyle Walker, at one point they had to loan him away to AC Milan. And this affected Europa City massively last season. Kerbe ya wano pa to gemo kana Erling brought Haaland, who is their top scorer. I want to be Kajirene, unlike the other season, because towards idiere Kenya madong udigo no biano no matangio udigo por kare by duma area de angwen Kenya. It is when season dong position patima chele in line how you pay them. Okay, this team is going to be finishing either in top 4 or is going to be out of the top 4, and that is a period ma Erling Haaland or one okay. So for me, these are the main reasons why I City or season get over my bad. But again, pivot and look at it, teams more can over my bad because sometimes when the Turomano one or Kimano okay, the Turomano can take replacing, but we are taking away the team money Mukana Manoti on top now. So Liverpool had a very good season, and for me, by far they were the best team in the league, followed by Arsenal. So City deserve Kamaguti or here.
Okay. Muzungu, Manchester City, yes, Guardiola, no pedal chain or German will attack Mother Guardiola.
Yeah, Lamson, I'm boy. Kawata Len bought team for Man City. City of team attack. And American which kind of City, why didn't they City dark ching the no? Enemy now chain kind of with my City widow, get rid of quality players. And the two Romano get him attack, Maka eat the team my can, or the two on the one child team to my can. Now, season no car of Man City, but dark kitchen, no, beg you no, you know more. And Kado Ninja on land, Kita City to okay, the kill deal. Then come season and when Man City team okay, go the Premier League and good or Champions League very year. Style my Man City to get to deal Man City on to 90 minutes, no war opposition, and your opponent the pair on no carry corner kick on Man City. And one end season any season no car, get any pay. And City took it the all 90 minutes. No in opponent pay no carry a shot on target. Hey no more man a cheer that you have no pay your minimum neck from City. And season no car one end get any pay. One end call over the pay per Rodri. Rodri and one end chances man that to hotel Kevin De Bruyne. John and Timo got City. One end a one of better De Bruyne and City pull to again there adjusted. One end job Bernardo Silva, Kirna car, net to okay. Generally, season no car, Kira Bernardo Silva, Rayo, Wang, generally season no car, so, Koma be a parent very completely, Perry was taking Johnston, Kiramo Gammon, Biano to one habit here, carry cover cheap, then Kiramo dropping Kenya. At all, to Ocasir do charity ballet, see the parent walking on the Keta telling you style, Monica don't pull no. No, don't wear anything adapting style money, you yeah. So, Meron no.
Wadugu bota ni JP wanero la Guardiola chere final kachil ke Crystal Palace no gikoma gyudong kyop kwere mitimu ni dong machano the FA Cup. Chere mai ke bota Pep Guardiola chere FIFA Club World Cup jemana bedo tak madawa semi final Guardiola pe bedo kame of the year. Yes, season no car po bedo be but Guardiola but at least making some good signings do machelo ne gama Muski a very good player mano ki German Bundesliga uno antikin top scorer ikunu matagli da basim furu bedo kame pe bedo la tour magno feel for the Premier League Player of the Year uno season mao karo chane but to be in Premier League down season mo karo jemano bedo twala kinyam but Manchester City pe migi boganyo gin nen migi to twala ngo bedo team Raj but Pep Guardiola
but for Lamson, particularly water, maybe analysis going to Man City last season. Actually, Man City, I would say the past 6 years have been so much dominant in the Premier League. My into Man City ba, kape don't get you wala ya wiyenge, kino don't get apart. But I want to say, I'm going to check it up on Zungo. Man City, last season, they were a bit exhausted. I watching in the last 6 seasons. Kind of going to Man City together. May I tell Moira? I want to say that. Moira, Owero Kong, Guardiola Twalo, Ilkai Gundogan, Cherry Barcelona. Then he realized the Perron Otier, Karma don't get one Rodri. For me, I also want to still say, Rodri practically contributed a poor performance in your form for Man City. Pep Guardiola always wants to pick this given player. Might they build the team around? Might the two there's a way the game flows. So Man City, and now the two were exhausted. The same players. Tourma can the same players. Guardiola can la squad, but Kirona were FA, Kone Carabao, but still he brings them to play the game. So and people, the different clubs and managers started realizing style by Guardiola. Kid to Pangara, now you wonder because we don't panic and why have they taken the go now to Napoli? Why have they released him? He has now realized these players are exhausted. And Kenya will permanent they brought in a lot of players and young players because these people are already tired. In a system when can name white one work people will learn. Barcelona dominated the Spanish La Liga for almost 10 years. That's it from 2020 rather I would say. Piani, they say Iniesta, these were the people who are dominated football. You'll ask yourself, here you're betting. You'll never bet against Barcelona. But no team, they started faulting, which are building again around certain players. And this is what Man City needs to do now. And that's also the problem. It's affecting Man U. We have nobody to build the players around. The system is just game. So I think generally, Man City, the players were aged, and the tactics, they could not really move to the tactics. For me, it's a problem.
For your child, yes, Tawanival team recap, no, we season Mokarang, we represented by Manchester City paying a kind. Of course, very Manchester City, Germany for Bebe, but Pep Guardiola, Pep will team, of course, key both Pep Guardiola, Germany Marad, Begri Spain, Mate Child, the sporting director. And of course, end up picking Guardiola, Mikel about Manchester City. When Guardiola be okay about FC Barcelona, and more being about Manchester City to go Pep Guardiola. Okay, the big Spain is soon more carone and declaring coming young when the Pegande, Dr. Molo, the Andongba, a bit out about Manchester City. Genero Chero Bano, we Pep Guardiola. Again, Dr. Mukano be routine bene, divorce. Can get a chill again, come in or make him again read when you want him to pull the trial. Unka do rio nalo tiel no ta okay no be do madon da unda chero pokeo Gemino chero nyana be we Pep Guardiola bini pan lock me one binu to the Kenya Gem where in a mess ma kumbiri kama City pe restructuring themselves when you go again your poor be your not all rolling will to but the spirit alone Miro be no be kwachil kube channel lino long pere and all these other sporting actually assistants for Pep Guardiola and Wayne Polego Kilo Jomanian and in the 16 now who know sporting director Manian be team and Guardiola may need to work with but yeah I did big in Spain no ti dharma kan get more Julo kiro in take it where me chimo wen take it where me guiding in and take it to a care me bogo lokachil ni me back with time. Right now, don't pay the channel. Ma antika mogoni and be arguable Manchester City. They give say why the comment Guardiola mogo coming ni. Part of me is leaving Manchester City, and part of me is remaining. Romeke bar bureo kuman burayunchi antiga burayunchi antiga dong. Messenger don matak. Madong season cherga tum Guardiola getiga junwe FIFA Club World Cup put pretty set away chawani. Makapo regain your Manchester City foot still maybe right, but at least again go be making some good signings. Maybe you need to go to but John Manchester City, of course, you need to gamble. The midfielder of bad. Tijani Renders, keyboard AC Milan. He's a very good midfielder. Kirma John go like a kind of wings there right. To what you're exhausting. But Manchester City again line take tactics because Pep Guardiola no chonto give a intricated football. Many times pa Arsene Wenger gave 2-1-2-1-2 tak. Mobile Premier League he started playing personal based football. Then Toroki the fluid personal based football. Mano any player Romoke Chwana Nim Kenyo Winger boy Romo to get there on your part both flanks to ye number paro to Machale false 9. Mero give Guardiola berga teach. Then berga teach dynamic fullbacks. My Romo to inverted football. You can play either in number rio ni number dead kama can joa can silo tie kali chwala rio tu ke chwala dead tu kama can hake gi kali chwala dead tu ke chwala central defense tu ke ma can uno ngi ke the system meroni and no get like on wing backs or make gi but late on the system get realizing on the same year with Jurgen Klopp to try to live for well wayo so the other started to go another tactic of the game formation 4-2-3-1 but foot still uchero yelo be Guardiola ka we po 2023-2024 magem go kero Alan chako Alan obero ka yelo Manchester City matarida Alan no particular fitting through the system. Why? Get take it for them. Mano more you could more can la to man Kevin the boy rayon more make it can ngata can more can yin kono. But this the system mano mere took Alan immediately the button back any more deal. Took Manchester City some good period. No Arsenal do kwana wecho. Arsenal tika you Manchester City the points aboard wa nyim. Gemado konya be mero for bongo the drive coach Magaloni Maresca will be introducing the kite system of the midfield. Anyway, our formation Magadiola took 4-1-4-1. Can we pull no get to work on inverting Johnston in the midfield? We will turn no Rodri, Jeremy Carvat. The system of go realizing on the chain. Well, don't matter with go sit the attack Maresca will go setting back okay that kite system. Get to don't Rodri can 4-1. No Rodri team the midfield. Alan very key with deal. We took for them and Kevin De Bruyne. Well, number pa better Rio. Attack and where attack go until go TV Kobo, go to Trevor Kere. We don't drop play the transfer Maresca did go and young the transfer. So this time around Manchester City, they made some good signings. Makachi and them see the poaching attack, but to not adapt to your foot, your would be year with Pep, but you're kidn't be the coaching staff. We are the spirit of the catchil. The sporting director Merugo coordinating the did Vianney and Viano Akibot Sporting Lisbon, Veno Kama Amorim Tie, and it could right now to the sporting director of Manchester City. Whenever Berida Bere, JB Yugamucha about Man U, Yan the brain behind Manchester City. Jomagino the plan and the master plan of Manchester City, Matiku Berichan, both Manchester City, Machara Berida. Yes, what you don't a kind board la did to Bongo, what Chawaki botin. Chelsea again go to attack, but what do you cover Rio Madon? Look, man, me will look to Chelsea will look to Mapoda time. I go nyar ti board game doom the trial. And to Wanero, look me PSR Premier League. Okay, look me PSR. Can you win a win madrone? PSR will go, you know. In 2021, man, with a Newcastle United, of course, okay, look at loan APT, Associated Party Transaction. We're originating, get my clubs who can get here on dominating key Premier League. Any young John. Arsenal kiman yugini eno genano gichajo manodo tech loy piane genti kero michan betim gimora can Manchester United to chera bola to amir la to ni bot Chelsea wila be chot ntara yone ni amiro tim gimora ni Manchester City biro Liberty yone karma go bira kichao onyo chante we sponsorship Athia chone Athia they can kichura lot of money pere so John wono ni Newcastle United PIF Public Investment Funds Gen go binu wonyo chiante kom Newcastle United. Newcastle no rom team gimo ken konno ko be dano nyoa. Jonwe no po betwere. We bara no tuo. Chete kel gimo ko ni APT. APT tian lokani ka in road club money. Chalo JB tit would adware take club amege. Pero rom cerca sponsoring dare. Adwa ke be cerca possible making ni ka varo ni so si pero rom be pero ene take club amege and do get we 10 million mia cerca per sponsorship. Make it to just bust the making the company we can. So we can share to your Newcastle United yo. Then PSR kaya ni charo chat ni will umire chat. Iro charo chat pe will nurbe. Ero pe ni chat get a will la time pe charo chat. Kinana ibi no chan link. Well club support ki charo be protect the chairman you no tie no down on your channel ta. Kiran channel well be ga don into losses but don't ada. Well kinana come on the club so be tall because down to will press money will to your law ni tiga be rotate. Kidong be running talent because they want to promote the talent. You kill Lotian Matino team because they were take in groom Latin Academy. Then a charo, you know the profit, no balancing. We have Lotino Chak Miracle American no to Chen Pedocero ruin to but so Master City go chako be war my kubiri chane what ticket billionaires around what power we a beach go. Chelsea go take a trick magabone amortization. Amortization ma kayini will la to money million pounds or me a chain. Ichero ke poro doki maramero ke mio contract maraboro man king video Chelsea drunken to attack go be the coach of the bed bongo go be ni football team clubs mo to madua attack but Chelsea take a win go be so far Chelsea will to madua attack maka wanero go win Jamie Gittens go gama Joe Pedro go gama Liam Delap Jorel Hart go gama Estevan Williams Darius Sugo Mamadou Sarr Kacheti Kendry Pahes Tumo a bergero be drum the trial yes so far timo Paul magana kan cherwa pa we but Chelsea go Chelsea can loan can go be we well me botin transfer Chelsea take a turn in put on when in we achieve me do bongo and transfer Chelsea get pere ti banchar Chelsea kiden kenerum squad pa Chelsea Premier League ya pa yaba club amigi tinga yo pending me yaba season banyan adi bongo can be do team FIFA Club World Cup
yeah I'm picking the coming okay match atam mir kaya explaining tingo PSR pirata in football. In Premier League group introducing Mamakilwane profit and sustainability rules. Ultimo command piane there is need me protecting clubs Matiano. Just like you said, those days in the early 2000s, Kano Manchester United mirror to Romane, Giramochen, Ginanity team Germany. That's why you know German football tier predictable. Then you can just know in a season coach Bayern long almost already champions. Why Piane Bayern Tiki Kero, Michel Kawilo, the Toma Bay, Loyal Key Team Pan. Marty direct rivals there. On your keyboard, Stuttgart, on your keyboard, Bayern Leverkusen. These are the bigger teams in Germany. Now, ka indo teacher ka wila to mabe keyboard opponent mamigi your EPM kede. You don't know is only fair. At our pretty fair at all. Now, Premier League will introducing this profit and sustainability rules. Me protecting teams Matiano. In a way, ka team machela chain pero mo wilo okay they are in a simple way in a simple term team machela chain umero will lutugo according to China club Tio. Now Chelsea before the Karma for Roman Abramovich for with Chelsea in 2003 they would use China for Roman Abramovich me will lutugo. So Premier League said no. What if Roman Abramovich don't do the pay? What if he goes broke? Machana don't pay. Club of Berlin. We saw this in League. Is it League 2? There's a team mark. If you have been keen, Nukilwane Bari, FC Bari. FC Bari could be the Paradon because of Ladonyo FC Bari. Somehow Channel Chorowenyo, Club Choroto. Now, Premier League no one ka wameteki kuri Germany. Wabirwenyo so many teams. So let's bring this. We have to we have teams guti kichana ma game TU macharo club. Me wiloma to. So any more madon community yellow Chelsea because we will to madon and Kenya comedy red mati giti melo to wadi timelo to maromari on your there actually comedy almost somewhere because there is that argument Chelsea may actually go in for a new goalkeeper. Then what he killed to mouth put one the woman and Levi Conway defender central defender ma Chala and Awano and is going to take him sometimes we're on to cut off. So we need a replacement. Now, that is yet another area much Wakuni Capagana can team to Modong, Maromo covering, Super Miro, Chelsea defender more. But at hand right now, Chelsea are pursuing that over RB Leipzig, Xavi Simons, getting pursuing that over Manchester United. Ma has made also it very clear, ni petit team more can my other than Chelsea and Ganacho. So, they'll put this on all the bit. They are pursuing, but the most important thing NATNA, let us first balance the team. The most important transfers can be both Chelsea and I don't outgoing. Kenya, we have almost sold to I think to Chelsea which are compared to teacher Chawa yes. So Kemer Kilon, yes. Can Kenya to Chelsea China give Gema Guchera and no Madoke, Mochera Arsenal. You have Felix which are Al-Najah about Ronaldo, George Petrovic which are goalkeeper which are Bournemouth. Leslie Ogochukwu full over Chelsea midfielder more very long last season in Southampton which are Burnley. Keenan Dewsbury Hall which are Everton. Amanda Braja full Chelsea the who actually they have just confirmed which are Burnley. Mathis Amugo football no wawila KFC Saint Etienne Chelsea uchalo board Strasbourg ma it is also a team ma la dono for Chelsea ene tika owning. I'll just go through very fast. Kepa Arrizabalaga, uchera Arsenal, Bashir Humphreys, uchera Burnley, then Bettinelli uchera Iman City with a compensation of I think 2.4 million. Then just a few uchera on loan. Mike Pender as a goalkeeper, Martini uchera loan Strasbourg, Kendrick Pais uchera Strasbourg, Mamadou Sa uchera Strasbourg. Then striker Matidi Mogamo ke Barcelona uchera Sunderland on loan. Merke Backstrom mobile goalkeeper releasing uchera FC Mallorca. So all these channel in Magwano Chelsea to them balancing. Or we have more profit and sustainability rules for Gogi. Some of their businesses, Chalo, their female team. Remember Chelsea Charo, their female team, to a company that is, to themselves, they are like a company that is owned by the owners, by the Chelsea owners. And Premier League, we only pay can pay, so China make a window, team only, TU Charo profit, what team for Chelsea. Kichara Hotel, Madrid Mati Chelsea, one can pay hotel money, but there is an hotel Magano Charo to the team, it is a profit. Premier League registering Charo profit to the team. Ma konyogi milwenye kom dogme PSR. And to this, let's also remember European football. UEFA petit year comme Jamario ma Premier League year. E only don't take la peine Chelsea po Charo to get some of their players Magobe, and they say some of the players Magobe squad me Champions League last season. We are balancing team. Kape lutu mageno wilo manyan registering again for Premier League Beruta. Ada kenero guy in when Ubikelo when you compete the main thing and they are outgoing, so the team has to be balanced. And Genachen Mommy Bewange and any kind team too crowded. Managing Duguteko.
Yes.
And most of the coaches will go. We remember near Mati Kumbeti national team coach Pagana US Mauricio Pochettino complaining the team like to there's that argument where dressing room at some point common do na for bodo to mama kana be why mama no. So Kumbeti the most important transfer about Chelsea and outgoings. So for me,
but now, when they're kind of you catch JBG, Ganacho, Chelsea took a fight to become Ganacho. Put down Gittens, which are Latour, Malky Luoni, of course, but Arsenal. A very good player, but Arsenal. And contributing a lot by Chelsea. Madueke, yeah, I'm coming to. He's a very good player. And in terms of competition, Kidong is a fluid player. Don't to a flank Morgan, don't to a beer parachin, when you don't to whatever key the Machana Pa. It's a very good player. Chelsea Char, Mugam, Gittens, good work, Chairman, not getting a to Ganacho in that very same position. Do you think Chelsea need Ganacho?
And that is my biggest argument. Pian Kumbi Katin and like Kaitama, Kiman and Okere. Chelsea Premier Ganacho at this point.
Chelsea very good keepers a Bichel. Yeah, about go Charo okay, when the food they again they need another goalkeeper. Do you think Chelsea need another goalkeeper?
Before Abino Kenyo, let me answer Ganacho. And I do agree in Chelsea Premier Ganacho at this point in time.
They are closing now.
Yes, Chelsea Premier Ganacho because Kenya no Pajama Gittens. I watched him yesterday. But the way more to okay, I was just very satisfied. We really don't need Ganacho. Piane in that position, Kamikaro Modric Udugo. I think we already have players. Matic and Pedro Neto can play in that wing. Jamie Gittens here. you have these two players who can cover. Besides, you take it that Tianma, Chalo, Derek George, Estevao William can also play in that wing. So why would you want Garnacho? For me, I think it is a wrong move.
Okay.
Now, maybe look at
Goalkeepers.
Goalkeepers. I think we also more Bergatema last season. We be okay goalkeeping area. Machel we be okay Robert Sanchez Ucharo Machalo first choice. Then we be on Jorgensen. Jorgensen was given time for Berga to cup games, but the time Sanchez will be blundering. Remember, let me just give you an example. The game against Arsenal, Chelsea were leading 2-0 first leg. And because of his blunder, he gave away body Declan Rice, Arsenal more Dido. Then shortly after an equalizer, we ended up drawing 2-2. So he kept on making those silly mistakes, and one of those mistakes, even goalkeeper, an amateur goalkeeper sometimes cannot make. So even if we need, Chelsea needed a world-class goalkeeper. So Jorgensen was given.
Petrovic was the Carabitamo player of the season.
His first ball in France. Yes. Somehow, Pangeo, according to the coach, but personally, even when Petrovic came from US, for me, the first time Makemi for me that was my goalkeeper. But Machalo coach Maresca, because for him, Miaro a ball playing goalkeeper, and I think for me that has been weakness by Petrovic, and it is the reason why we are competing. Petrovic Kichato. Petrovic be Pierre Cano no petit biro second choice, because Strasbourg was the best player in the team and actually was in the team of the year in League One. So obviously you cannot be one of
now Chelsea be goalkeeper. Who do you think come here Chelsea will be on Chelsea?
Yeah, I think Chelsea really need a goalkeeper. More so, I'm Pierre Cano. I need an old goalkeeper. I would go for Martinez. Why? If you ask me why, I will tell you we have very young goalkeepers who are very good marketing Biana, like Mike Panders and Mafuro Chiaro, Elon Strasbourg. So bring Kel Martinez from Aston Villa. Bring Mike Panders into the team. First choice. So
okay, Ganero Chelsea team blotted key strikers report with T.J. Jackson for Pegacharo, Pengo take a no anyway, £1,000,000 me a chill, but man, you get a year, but team the child Newcastle and Man U in your year, no will to Chesco. And Chelsea take a Yam Dilap Tier, you take a chill killer to Joao Pedro, put in the squad, Crisabo Kungo for Begano, Chokaben and Pegacharo. Strikers in the fitting in the Canini coach with a character why, take strikers, a T way, are you disposal?
Yeah, I think Maresca, I think I need to appreciate him because the kind of business motive of this season is very encouraging. And I have hope next season we are going to be a much better team. Then Kenya, the few games Joao Pedro has played, he has given his all, and you can see the results for yourself.
Okay.
I think he has played 4 games. I mean, in the club, so far he has played 4 games and he has about 4 goals. So it is a good sign. For me, Jackson for me is not a striker. Jackson Villarreal. Actually, from Villarreal, Jackson not a winger, and they just try to convert him. So growing up, Jackson is a winger. Okay. And Chelsea to them just made Wakane as a number 9, which for me I disagree. But Jackson na Turma be adada Macau no ne kemi okay kare. For me, I think he will be a very good player at Chelsea. But
yes, when time Chelsea mero improving ki can what goalkeeping. Na Rione kwe come can't my bad.
Okay, we need a goalkeeper. Then in central defense, we need more of a matured player. Narmomatic Kivo is more commanding that back line.
Just to take it, but you see Colwell to Kenya.
Tosin Adarabio,
for Fana
who is 27. And
Tosin Adarabio took a bad, but Fulham United a very good player. About Chelsea. They have good players in that
Yeah.
side of defense.
I think Kenya,
Mm.
we are a very good team right now.
Okay.
Fully
Ikobo
balanced.
Tinge.
Kikobo team.
Okay.
Kikobo team. We just showed you.
JB le pen moti
but
bot min wa campaign ya wa musung le pen ci bar ma football chair bon man yu to kombere. La pen pe.
Yeah.
La pen pe. JB le pen bot tie.
I don't think he has put it really clear and loud, nice, and I love his presentation. And la peine matual manero ketano long ke pertual because he has broken it really so well.
Okay.
But I need dana matu wa kono win my bed or breaking my bed mother but win your mate.
Okay.
And it gives you a picture of how Chelsea actually is preparing for the season come next week.
Okay. I tell about Chelsea you better. Tell about
Chelsea. That's their game.
Okay. Foil. We do check reviewing the fixtures, the first 5 fixtures per Chelsea we Congo mi no kari bod juba Canterbury. What do we king you check what check about JP Manchester United Pavoti Madung no twelve be Madung LP Combini. Can work in ping down here no can work with Jesse but man you just on the Chesco Donyo Combini. Mbemo Donyo Combe Konya Donyo down here be a season Yapka no chaka tin no chaman you na chill. Yang jo kan wa ni di ma mi go kire kan ya dia di ma ngi chu kias no ni nyo ki nge ni da pa wi bor pe na just ken ping na je bi ko no de go bot tin ma pan kong bi ba chere wa cha ki mats na te tiro du bot Arsenal ko ne musumu ju no mot tiga bor ni da pa wi bero Yokres versus Sesco. Keep it locked. JB.
What can make it SEO? What can make it SEO?
It's in it. Take man on 16.
No.
Chalo
16 is
should be to my bad.
I'll bet 18. Bet 18 though.
Balo yo.
You better know the other way.
Come back. Okay, yeah, get that one get you.
Okay, let goes, Okay, let goes.
Okay.
That's in now be another.
Mangechi, ya mangechi kan. Lugo la chan.
Look at that.
Ram karo.
Mami on kama yen ker yen ya ko be. Yen la cho no.
Okay, that's okay.
Eh.
Let him be.
Ya chete mo ga be free kon mai wan no wel pela.
Let him be comfortable.
Wa ke.
That's in good. Now don't move.
Ya. Da fen don na le chi cho no hang na be.
Get a ni an chan.
Go chi ma bro go ne be chi mo ai a biro mama you pay mo.
Don't that way.
That thing. Can pel ko be JB. Pel no.
This I got a pet hand though.
Knocking ni chan go no. Go me.
No, me sorry, don't get it.
Mai da dio be am is 18.
No.
Yes, le video foi ma tagdi da be du chen mero ki yue ba check le Indong kibot dafin pe kombere bat furen right ko yo kondong hok chabati wati merege koren wadu ye kan wati ki representative pa Manchester United imiti watching live from the TP Active TV. It's night power for you to try nice presentation. Then la dito yet Sunday mark. Greetings to all the teams inside the studio, not forgetting the host. And again brought to watch you live from Bishop Angelo, Negri College. Thank you for the show. Dan Paul Gitega watching Man U fans. Oh yeah, for your telling that somebody saying fire ear eye lamps and thanks to the show. I'm watching you live. Greetings to Man U fan. Morodong JB foil. Manero Manchester United, of course, again go be the Academy Chaco battling the Chake, la Dit Makiluone, of course, Malcolm Glazer. Makuana bin tum kilobuman. Umara Libario Kapawi when and Malcolm Glazer, Mano, T. Damana Yuchawa, go yawa Yuchawa in your chow bill, the chawa, in your chow that the kidney hesitate. Madonna Tibaki or Yard Bene. But no live Mali Varia Gapa, Kia Beach, Utobi, Caracente, million pounds, but away me a beer, Kudo, Pierre Devil, Mats Natty, which have a door man, you payment to Magalone stroke, Wino Chowahan, Menaking, Kenyo, Chow battling, no battling, kiss stroke, Chaki Mahali Vario, Capor, better, Mahali Vario Capawi, when one or two more. We don't take it down a chair, man, you come over very powerful Mahali Vachel to me and Pierre Bori, which I'm going to say Alex Ferguson. But the door man, you buried and of course struggling for the past 2 seasons. The first 2 seasons, mobile TX Ferguson was struggling with that. Ma akibot Haberdin, we don't care about Masnatet. Ingedo Chavo made them El Kumero. Dharma Pool, ma JV Gurudonio Kachakaman, you carp Alex Ferguson. Ma Pedigi Boalamo can because you know, getting a lawyer my bed, the Premier League. Because Premier League, I'm Mahali Bachel to me, Bungan Pierre Bungan Rio. Carpa Ferguson good to titles, but tag leader. Yeah, power your deck, cool, my man, you better query. Now, come on now. Dong ni chake dong Malcolm Glazer to Ferguson bedo retiring in Mahali Vario Kapawi a debt and Gichime Machado Dama Bir Machara Ambassador pa Mars United Kidman Kumbiri JB Gitiga Logmati no ben appear Mada Gichule Benechante and the chair dog by chair wall Buzung Tibia Chara Nima the Kayan Chair we look money dong we don't take a kilo profit take a kilo profit Jamato dong key kid be a champ to be in a Matraleno so Mars United better struggling courses man pull man you better kill when the like of David Moyes, Beruti, the like of Charlotte Van Gaal taking courses when I war him attack with the and but in for a war again, we don't coach him much nothing, but still Gemma Bear will be repaired Motimo. Canamanano, the did Jose Moreno, who took to our own team Europa League. Mali Vario Capawi Bero, Tutumatarida, and the like of FA Cup. Coach Mano Aragil, we try to match United Cabe, Macamaberi, Lulu Le Gana Sosa, Pian, Tie to Mano down Marco, we put in 1998, the Champions League. One much ago, and give him more coin, match United Matarida, Le Gana Sosa, and teaching fans for match United. Kichimo Nubian Machel, the caretaker for match United. To take Karma. Billboard Man U the first season Man U to total Benabi. After the second season, Man U put be top 3, get a top 4 though. You be top 2, top 3, top 2, top 3 for the past 2 seasons. Mado Donio, you chavo Kello Ronaldo, young out, chavo Messi of the squad though. And no Pedega to Ronaldo. Cavani, you know, team Muzay, chavo Kello Bore. Man U chavo Messi, you chavo Yang Matari that Man U no take a building. A bear. Again, Jerry Kerr chat and attack, low bunny, chat match that they do. Pianic, in a glass of family, better to give Mama 12. Jaro, Kelo Dharma Marman, you know a JBO, Ilon and Hartcliffe, alone Matiki Chante. Ratcliffe, Robino, Nana, side Pamuzumo, gay kid me to you, we are Charway no. Mucha won't take a buy any boat down, boom, no, I don't pay time. The Cherokee Riamano team a pull, a cutting again, Mamma, you saving Chantamanogi Churuma, Kumara, million pounds, Pierre went be a board, Kulo. Ye, Beronero. Put steel poker a la kid man me to my bed in the bon man you go to two gamogan magloni Eric Ten Hag who killed Tibor gave and good coach to go and beat Tanberry and kill Lick Katani Hayats grooming Lieutenant Martino Tini Champions League and here we done attack with that Eric Ten Hagobino ye me get a child demand per month's netted inge kikero chan the chair Wayne Pobit my bed Barti Kobuki man you with the channel kilo hammering but nothing to manage the material when number pa we a beach. Pues no mama no un po biari man yuro je ngi cha to gwano nyu to pego mi wa ye man yu tie ko no dog bene ki chingi normal le kombe di Manchester United pay why UEFA Champions League pay Europa League by Conference League getting sponsorship machel magalona Adidas why ni Guy in pay to pay UEFA Champions League for the past 2 seasons. No me tong chen me £1,000,000 a pa okay yeah. Meno ki kom chen ba ki chuli kwere. Manyor man you be tong ki kom chen no game. Man you do ma pon wen no ki declare again. You lock me losses magin go no. Why £1,000,000 me a chel ba kapa with them. Magin go no. Many by the September ma karo. Max United go cha battling. Ben mi chako chulu chen mo ken ma no tie ma no tu mo ki wiro ni wachuru by installment wachuru nuchu chen anu mu joge no futi wa £1,000,000 no wa mi a death we man you put pel chulu gutiero chi wanda no pikombe ni kitika surfing kai neno in terms of chava dugo. Yes, kai neno Max Nateli of course don't under Ratcliffe right now. He's surfing low me wages. Muchara na chulu bot down yiti bang la di JB ngema beba dan muchara. Kidong revenue channel man you know. Man you guti strategies mo kan season den go tiga lock kerno ro guti yo season manian matiga bironi. Man you guchero guchara channel champion channel pele guchara chante keyboard team you know to Jomati Asia which are kunu beto friendlies versus to matuno minopon sabor ko ge kunu gudu kwere man you gucharo no chang de kikom lutu mugu mano chon gucharo gen go berke dier mo ni wa kero close when kadigo bicharne miro duok wan ke profit lutu mo ken ma chala de lo ge chege charo de like ko chalo karesas ma ge charo Real Madrid no chante mabege ye la tu maglon Anthony Lango kele man you chante bere la tu maglon Jadon Chance kele gi de minopon sa big gaw ge bot Chelsea okay man you rai mon gujo kenyo now in terms of PSR Max Natiri Footy protected why and again chen mo go rai man tino ne footy goes down be the long chess ko maga wiro ne puno maybe man you PSR mo go yo kombe dong mo down gi shaping lutu magok and aladite ne dege Rashford do chero bon FC Barcelona lutu mo ken Anthony tiga battling mi chero about Real Betis then Jadon Sancho ye brok mo char ma gi percent pira bijon kulo where anything non club mo ken ne no mi bu mon bon Max United mo char non pero pero kidong be yung chelo to ma ba ki wino konya a very good player from Wolverhampton Wanderers mbemo be ken top scorer ki Premier League goes with Pierre Rio Coulson Mokaro Sesco a very good signing Darwin no tiga merne man you ko chano kelo Liam Diego Bendingo kelo tiborki feature pa man you sun manyan matiga bino di JB kemenano ko gidong pack pa man you futiga kwene mano mere ke yobe ajuli
Bertrand Lamson ga chet lo warmati studio kati analysis comme to my papa the class my papa atirane the big clubs in the English Premier League it took about man you and I yeah that's like another one the past 2 seasons Bobel my bet one and why you I want to make it the worst seasons we've had so far be building a new Manchester United man you we have known this is sure when we have not been dominant for the last 8 to 9 years. I mean, because of the transition, building a new Manchester United. Through let's say the training grounds, the training facilities, a lot of facilities must perform. And secondly, Carmelo Man you performing, let's say the last 2 seasons. Marwate ke Manchester United maron be competitive to lure that tourné bien to pera anyimwati kamonyo became so difficult for Manchester United omio enero dongo to muteki the likes of Edison Cavani gelu onyingi Cristiano Ronaldo fell for Manchester because of the love Cristiano got to Chelsea he fell and just come back to Man U and then Claron connected team man to he came back but did not really make it up with the manager he fell out. Wow, because of the things, man, when it was a problem in Manchester. So the kind of players I want to get a Man U cannot compete because of the system and because they're also aging, by the way. Because Kenyan Kumedi can make transfer to Manchester United. Look at Christian Eriksen, Utekio. Look at Victor Lindelof. Look at Johnny Evans. Man, Dama Man U to try to relying on I don't think so. So our problem is we were not able to lure or convince Lutuku, Mabejo, to Manchester United. But what I can tell you right now, secondly, the coaches we had, Coach Money, I would say Eric Ten Hag, he struggled a bit, but he struggled. Ten Hag started a transfer policy. Make Gamble to many few because by the way, I will not blame Ten Hag, because he bought Ten Hag. It was easier for him to convince to come to Manchester United. Because trust me, the league, Mano, he triumphed so much. That is the Eredivisie, the league in Holland. They competed in the Premier League. So he brought in those players because he had worked with them. John, all these players was bringing no to UK John. So it was easier for him only to bring players, Mano to try their suiting the system for Manchester United. And not the kind of players, Mano Man, you Miro. And you come to Makisaki, Ruud van Nistelrooy, Ruud van Nistelrooy actually understands the system in Manchester United. That's why out of the 5-3 games, he performed so well. But we cannot also judge. You can be the man of Manchester United. Manchester United is a very big club. Premier coach, much coaching 5 years ago. We want someone with actually absolute experience. Because man, we were in a period of transformation. We want to change a lot of things in terms of Manchester United. Then we came to Ruben Amorim.
Because what beats my understanding, kaya nero lutugo mano chon gutugo charbon Manchester United kacheni go biro cha coaching Man U get team mabe monen kick on gigs he participated in more caretaking when mabe la tugo makilo no le Gana Souza he came and participated well Man U na Mario na mate karma kriya makimi yobot kare Michael Carrick we po to get mo including ye Arsenal make go ahead well now being conclude Van Nistelrooy ma are no benefit at match that come about games and be the kind of the spirit one magitie la pole don't tiene attack no tiga biro but Arsenal no better pege experience man bar better ki the love no to but club machala Arsenal he experience the moment they going to be coaching club moment deep ma part to be assistant pagadiola better pay but at least he came with tiga ket Arsenal come okay why any don't legends go biro JB at least get to the team more
it's a coaching is all about experience and what to say that it's basically how you handle the players. Do you really integrate the players? So that they perform for you. Trust me, a coach does not get on the pitch. Coach, you took a year with the desire and the feelings, the passion. Makes them perform. And that's why he was pulling off a lot of players. They become disjointed. So, Van Nistelrooy, he started loving the players. That's why the performance was there. The love was there. And even it was even circulated by media. The love was there. So I think probably the coaches, they are not used to the culture and the system. They come with their own system and try to bring it on board. That's why it was actually so difficult for Amorim to pull Manchester United somewhere. He had his own defense system. He had no trained villains. He had to take it on, and it became a little bit difficult for Manchester United. Last season, 3 coaches in 1 season. Period total. Can go to a team. Period. Because Nanman Beno Kidi apart, Beno style apart, taxing apart. So it became so difficult to perform. So I would really blame Amorim for last season, and then when it was a benchmark for us. For this coming season. Last season, we had challenges in terms of scoring goals. Matches ke better more you go back more deal one po better more deal because the difference in football to win a game in Premier League you must score, and we're not scoring. I would actually say one of Peki striker, because if you look at the striker man Rasmus Højlund, he scored only 4 goals in Premier League. So, can you poke in the number of games? It is 0.000 something per game. So we could not actually rely on Rasmus. We were not scoring goals. As an individual, we are not scoring goals. We need striker. That's why we have brought in Benjamin Sesko. That's why we have brought in Mateus Cunha. We have brought in Brian Bomo. Because if you look at the goals, Brian Bomo, Cunha, it's almost the total number of goals scored at Manchester United in a single season last season, because Man U scored around 44 goals, 44 goals if I'm right. But these people combined about 35 goals. Now we are bringing in Benjamin Sesko from RB Leipzig. He scored about 21 goals. So it shows you the direction. Mama knew the Okwanyo Kumbeti. We wanted goals because the assist by Marky creating no chances created by Manchester United. Oh no, Romo Ketowakiri, he top 5 matches. We changed coaches, but the fact Manu Peba became so difficult for us. The old Kappa Moro, it took 1-0, keep going 1-0, you're not scoring. You couldn't take it anywhere else. So, and then season in it, due to the 12, we are very hopeful. With Mama and Yowero. Okay. We are competitive. I want to say this is a competitive team. We have transitioned so much into the Premier League come 2025-2026 season, and what are we competing for Premier League? And despite the fact we're limited to the games, madam, what over the tournaments because we take Premier League, don't you can if within the English game. I think next season.
Man, you take over.
What take over?
Okay. What you be okay strikers Ario Chido we Martin mobility about Arsenal tell Martin no Chilo Pierre Matek Mada Zaxi false 9 because current option money play team Machado Natural number 9 TU Quere Machado false 9 Zaxi very good player and is very good in terms of his dribbles Tima Bear runs Tima Bear and is very offensive Kelvin di Tiene Pet Pano di Rugitiane Zaxi Wanongema Bear too Machado false 9 now too Machado alone is a natural number 9, but only a different dimension. Quality Pahalan get it come. When any karma boat club and making it, he was so good. Now, Sesko right now, being about Master United. Futiri is promising, but teach Kilo Bachama Gachama Berida, of course, Keyboard the like of Chalo RB Salzburg. But key season Mokane from the league more goes a power, then as the beach. Then when Champions League at least to Teoloto, Kari goes from man, get all goals in Mukani, Wayne Kaki, DFB, Pokal Cup. Of course, no Rocher can go to be a river chain. Now, can okay system powering dogmatica to at the moment. But in terms of culture, Man U, their culture of players is different right now. And completely. It's bringing a different football in 2 months. It took a back three. A back three enemy. Manchester United may go relying on defensive midfielder. So kind of can midfielders for Manchester United name. And Man U, I don't think at the moment go Cherga will the two more unless in Chare. Nero de Combaleva, material to what Brighton is a very good midfielder. But Man U take Casemiro Magane, Ginoti Missino Mokar, Red Casting on Ken Wayne, but of fans of pay them, including Union Child at the Tomo very cool at the Kobe Minor, injury prone. And right now, Merga Mia Machara Wali Mia, your coach can be at my young, Kachet Quere. Again, the same thing, coach will be a telecom to Mugamori is more than even 10 up. Go, we don't permit Quere. What about Rashford? He rather play a goalkeeping coach than Rashford. Goalkeeping coach, it will appear a bit in your death. Any kid Yaramon, no get yet. It will appear a goalkeeping coach, but don't think appear a bit in your death, but they were Rashford. So the same thing could be the China, could be minor. Yan what man take a bit bad. Manchester United take a check and I to of late to Mason Mount in the midfield. But yeah, I love the fact man you take it Cunha. Lay season Mokar La Tuma is carries because the formation Mam Tony Miller Tuma carries a negative a bear and the only guy no T Ganachi. But Perro will take with the system get Tony, get line come give on a cutbacks. So no Tuma take cutbacks for Manchester United my bear no my diallo. But I wonder what you'll care. Man, look, me inter take my deal to try. Man, you take Cunha, you take Bemo. Bemo Paul Carey formation, no going to keep Brentford. You 3-5-2 strikers, Rio. Gen Kiwisa. Gen when probably strikers are talking in that formation. But Cunha, of course, getting a tool from the midfield. Now, Fernandez don't you me to Machala and inside forward because the 60 Mayan took on the defenders are dead, then the midfielders and when then the 2 inside forwards Rio, you don't strike a chain. Sesko, of course, automatically burden. We do. Now, a Correcani number Fernandez, when you're Cunha, Nyumbem and a Chelo Betio. Then in the midfield, Doncoro. Who is going to be there? Kind of the midfield, Manchester United. Let's be honest, JB, Casemiro, Viterman, you got you, Kobo, Kuni again, Kobe Mino.
No, I think Knowledge is quite good. They challenge the money right now. That's why we have gone in for Baleba. Manu Casemiro committed with you. Look at the players, Maki Kelogi. These are quite young players. Casemiro, Manchester has the experience. Casemiro, we have seen these statistics and performance last season and even the previous season. Actually, Casemiro was supposed to be sold and released before this 2023-2024 season. But because we did not have option and we did not buy any player apart from Manuel Ugarte, and the fact injuries by Kobe Mino, Casemiro had to be in the team. So I think right now, if we can get Baleba on board, don't put Amiro Casemiro. Because we can actually center our midfield around Baleba, Manuel Ugarte, and Kobe Mino. So I don't think we need Casemiro if we can only get Baleba. But Baleba, then we still need Casemiro.
Pego Berti, Susan Bocaro, Nana making Hera Sabor, Man Huberga fighting Miguel Martinez, Donnarumma, Kibot, team Machelo PSG. Mansunati tigi by Indy, at least Susan Bocaro, who to table Mansunati, and to Furunana tea in the squad. Paman test Chida Mio Carabot Bongo Kachel getting Muzumi Penyu, and it JB.
With goalkeeping, by that previously, man, he got from attack lawyer in the Premier League, always.
The Gale Award participated well, but Fiorentina stayed.
And he played well. Mani has been having also an history of having good goalkeepers. But Kenya and we have some funny goalkeepers though. What take it Tom Eaton? They have no contract Mokena. What take it Tom Eaton? I'll tell you, Bani, at least he plays. But Onana is one person more causing a lot of pain last season. I am one person, man Omar Onana Matek to 12. Because follow his character. He's a ball-playing goalkeeper. His character himself. He's someone who moves the people, the crowd, actually even the players themselves. Because you have confidence. Martinez take confidence. Delay take confidence. Maguire take confidence. It's because of Onana. The ball starts from the back. Come push it to him. But Onana, he made mistakes. Each and every mistake, when you are one competing. You till the moment one love, one bet come money. To see that Man United succeed. Onana is the one who caused us all those goals. So I think with having Donnarumma, I don't know how old he is.
26 years.
26 years.
With best player ki Europe karma good team ko gilobo Italy and PSG good team Champions League PSG pick combere tikwere. He's a very good goalkeeper. Donnarumma, but PSG.
Donnarumma is actually a good goalkeeper, but I wouldn't want us to go for Donnarumma. I rather would go for this goalkeeper called Martinez. Me Aston Villa on yourselves, me Nottingham Forest. Is it Brentford? Nottingham Forest. Yes. We rather go for those goalkeepers other than bringing Donnarumma. Yes. Donnarumma is a player, is a goalkeeper, performing in specific games. Not all games.
Garnacho right now, Peggy Ewing on Carrington, Timothy Fading the way, catch it to McKinley Wang, and Kumberi Chelsea, put down it here, whack, Will, man, you know, our million pounds, Pierre Bichel, good work, Pierre, big good work with the Pierre Wen, will it take a poro. The two Machado, Jadon Chanso, million pounds of Pierre River Bidget out dropping, will have been a Pierre Rio, Tia Para, Beer, Competitive do 15. The two Machado, Anthony, pay take a mirror, keyboard man, you, and the pair of board man, you read, but his mirror, whenever million pounds, Pierre, they give man, you take a dropping, will link to the pain. Pay Garnacho, what must not this is on Mukara, will let to move the carries, my bear, Lord, do you, his system for hammering, mechanic pay, board man, you.
I mean, I got a perspective in currently, Man U, he look a lot of losses for Man U. Did there. And trust right now, even our captain Bruno Fernandes against that game against Fiorentina, Madong after the game, he also mentioned it. He will not say so much about the finances of the club, but he hears the club has made huge losses and pretty much well. So me, what I would say, look at the players, the 5 players. Mama, you can train independently. You don't come the income club down as one of setting well. Look at how much they pay all those players. Anthony, Rashford, Sancho, Garnacho. Look at what they pay them. It is huge. And that's why even the two mama and you will the add-ons. Because the finances are not there. Now, personally, me, Garnacho going to Chelsea, to me is not a problem. Garnacho is also a player. Performing in given games. Garnacho is not a player, man out here delivering man you each and every time. Just like Fernandes. Fernandes, whether Kitego is delivering. Fernandes has been there for Manchester United. Garnacho, can be here at Chelsea, have no problem. Let him get his way. And Garnacho start with money for Rashford. And he lacks desire to play for Manchester United. One of a disciplined players to play for Manchester United. This is not a small club. Again, small kids, they think they have talent. They're disorganizing the whole team. For me, losing Garnacho doesn't impact so much on Man U.
Okay. Campbell la pen motivot JB nyogo muzungu la pen bot JB.
No, la pen to plan pe. To plan na America. White pair of Man U here.
Yeah, the pen.
Ate mo winyo. Kira yi lo kwere. Winyo yini ngoti. And ate mo gutu gino mo maneti biro ti a. Yeah. Pangyo ke romi akar ka gutu pa ka man.
There's no problem. Yes.
Yeah, la mun radio. Ka iber la club team pa Man U. Ti anelo season en mati cha kane. Robe ki longo da ko Man U. Man U inero na kai season ma cha ka en ka gi bu tio di ma bere da no bu tio ka do ra ni na bi chen. Pinga wa de kumeno. La wo to be ken team pa Fiorentina ke team pa Man U. Ka uno nero this winger we have a point come by Mario ke dialo. Ka nero style pa Amorim. Tika kwanyo ama dialo ke position me wing, tika dua kai right wing back. Tina so kai nen tour me Premier League. Mo frati lo kom dialo kan. Tour me Premier League mo no wing amati consistency. Wingers kai inge wingers me Premier League. And yiti to ko la dialo peke training me to ko chara defender. And pe ki mentality mo me defending deal. And Koberichane kilo Kunya, kilo Bemo, kilo Sesko. Aya, tiki to la Chalo Bruno Fernandes, Itiki Diallo. And these are the Turma, they are top players in Man U. The Turma can get the bar, no what in fun for Man U. Ibero Kitek twin name, either get Tiku Dilo, you get the bar, Ibero Kitek twin Matera there. Now, Bruno Fernandes took him a back at Tigre, he attacking midfield. Mo Bruno Fernandes delivering Irudir ma bere da. Now, ko beri chan Amorim team ya dua ko Bruno Fernandes o idiere. Ka to ko na ma bor. Tinane gineno temo timene season no car. Eno wa Bruno Fernandes pen na bor no miering box box. Mier no marking your opponent. Eno ka TV deal na ma pa kuja. Very careful shooting that marking you. Now Bruno Fernandes still very poor, can man marking down. Anyway, I'll better no see the red cards. Tinane and kadong jamu dugu tak lutu ko mange chiki manyi mi no petiti ma be well okay. Now Bruno Fernandes no cha wenti boy bad. Bruno Fernandes pero mo to hotel central midfielder. Tinane now ko beri chan ikelo bemo. Ikelo Sesko, ikelo Konya. And tigi ama dialo. And to anywhere near ko beri ba. Tinane. So kay len Amorim Romo tiki dialo. The right wing back. They're delivering. Man, you do it tough for Romatic Bruno Fernandes. The central midfield. And Romatic Bemo, Konya, Kedong Latourene, Sesko. Weighing at once, Gibero consistency. Gibero Katuro, day in, day out, my bear, Maron Kilo man, you come on. Tiabi mi war kila tuwa magilone jere koche magilone Amorim. Eto kibot an charo dano mangeo dio. Ati na style ene pogi tio. Pogi chane pero ka Man U duong. Nem kong Man U pe ke defensive midfielder. Mano miero to position mano Romo coordinating Johnny. Tinane. So pero ka Man U Campbell,
when system Amorim petiga bima be because tiga when you to Mukano and when system in the line gimagalone cutbacks in locally a wing among the wing back Rio Macon making cruise the Male word of king a defenders come on cutting Chino Chibiron the Kiwi box then get money you know a pan you my TV box give me a good delivery gomore mobile remarks because Kagamio cutbacks in name no oil loan tiwa nyin ku no moment your board goalkeeper but the unit of Kumberi Kelo Sesko speed attack and to Generaki and Lo Maratki don't end in terms of ball control here and but now speed keep power ko bini come in bullying defenders what tell there you don't East card is also good but at times so be removed dog ben matie money near the morky box dog year up the two and good one is make a loan Sesko to man ko di mati war dog chien any Paul Maditian and more you can make can kill which is very good. But never much not in terms of set pieces of pedoptima bear Turkey, that it Campbell Guapen but JB no Gimera Wayne.
Yeah, I made a call match for you making a submissions here. I want to disagree a bit. I think Man United Kamago Aki Kenyan Kamagiti committee, you would really commend the work of the coach and the technical team for Manchester United. Then this is a team good when you to game up for Leo, good when you the management setup man there was no stability in the coaching setup. Remember, just like the JB had earlier mentioned, in one season, we take our coaches Maramo and Masaria there,
including sporting directors.
Exactly. So for me, I think Manchester United are making a good stride. Then came last season, more goals. You see, and this is the area marketing and fixing, which I think they're actually fixing. Brian Bemo more last season 20 goals, Kunya more 15 goals. Now you're bringing in a clinical striker who is still young. One this boy from the time at Red Bull Salzburg, then in Austria, Morocco and then maybe in Germany, a new country, and
Slovenia. Talk about Slovenia.
Yes, Slovenia. Then being a young player and a new country, still he managed to perform. So for me, I think Manchester United are getting themselves back, but this year may not necessarily be the year but we are going to see a different Manchester United from the Manchester United more than last season. I think if they can prove on their defensive line, right? If they can prove on their defensive line, technically I think they have the players in the middle, because I used to argue to Anke Luwaramogo, Maguire is a very good defender. They wouldn't accept. I told them because of the things Maguire you remember when he went to Greece, and all that, he kind of lost confidence, and the confidence level is low. You don't perform. And I've seen very good players even fail to control but just because they are low on confidence, but the technical ability is there. So for me, my argument has always been Maguire is a good player. Now they have the light who came last season, and for me he's also a very good player, a very good defender.
You're taking your Lisanto Martinez still one to do.
Now my only question is, can we have these players fit for the whole season? Okay?
So man, you take
it is not about lifting the trophy. I've just said they are getting back to that level.
Because when they're title hope,
come Manchester United to go this season. It is just going to be like one of those things, man. No pay but you see.
Because in terms of soaping, they did good soaping. But right now, the can only Santa Madness. All the players are really bad.
Exactly. Most of their central defenders, they have been getting injuries because Lenny Yoro came in when he was getting into the team. The same thing. Mashrawi, the same thing. Now, can we have these players fit for the entire season? The other thing is, do they really have a number 3? That is one area.
Dogo Luxo is really there.
Luxo is injury prone. Luxo is
Dogo is there.
Dogo just came from Italy. We did last season. Dano
can play number 3, and Masrawi can also play. Then we'll take Hamas is also there.
But remember, Manchester United, just like JB had earlier said, Manchester United is a team. Ikero Gemaro at the level of Real Madrid, Barcelona, Bayern. These are the biggest teams in Europe. So you need quality players. So that brings this question: do do they have? I mean, do they really have these defenders who you can call world class? For me, I doubt, because if you have Dalot as your best right back, you have Mashrawi. Mashrawi was not starting in Bayern, but he's coming to start at United.
David's no premier child.
Still, he's not good enough. For me, he's not. He's not a starter. He should not be a starter at United. United needs a good number 2. They need a good number 3. And for me, if they can get two number 3s and two number 2s,
it's okay.
Okay, let them just get one quality defender in Amarillo. At least now they can have Dalot or Mashrawi to cover. Then in Amador, they can also get another number 3, more multi level per. Right now, we all talked about Cucurella. I'm sorry, I'm giving an example from the Chelsea, but we also how Cucurella started at Chelsea, but the level at which could be developing into. Now we can all agree that he's world class.
Okay.
So United needs a number 3 who can give his the best, actually, according to Kema Cucurella.
For you to try Lando to wear number 3 man, you know, team me to one has to pin him, but 2 Machalamo, green back bot team Machala Brighton, back with Chando Pere. Yes, Cherabo is Milan. Like video hardware, so for him, attacked the board months that again, the critical tomato, but Brighton, who will in Paleva, and catching them when you kill the team the midfield, and to Man UT defenders, but huge numbers in team pool. Hamas taking our dead in Doguti, then taking Luke Show, Benote, in Maguire, what take the Santa Martinez, Euro T. What lucky about Arsenal that can appear that we are, what do you can and corner away? Season together the first 5 fixes of Man U, the first 5 seasons of Arsenal, but Chelsea, Liverpool, around it, being Chimbotin, Muzungo Bino, but Arsenal, the Ghana, soon a death, Gengo to Timber, we can't be Kobo. And now remember the JB Tet Pama Room. Ateta, Damo Kiriamo, Kibor Arsenal, Piandon Pele, Kiriko Arsenal, get by 2020, 2019-2020 Arsenal team, getting Kobo, Go Bomb, Liquere, Beno Key, Peresota, FA Cup, Kilu, then Giko Mukanama team, Machano winning sales. At the top of you can Grio here, Paperaja trial. Susan Tigayap Arsenal will back, Mugama Zuimendi, Milon Ponspira Beach, we are Chelkodo, Mukela to Noga, the captain full of Brentford, and then kin captains can go better win. Then Arsenal Gucci Gam Kepa is Valega, about Chelsea, the goalkeeper Mati top quality to work in Madrid to about Bournemouth, Premier League, and right down to quality Mabere. Arsenal again Gucci Ugamon. To whom appear attack Magnon no Madrid category could be then Jokres, Paramadung the Cock from Mahadet Kudu, but Picombe will attack to a personal best football build attacks right from them. They create the space again, they made that run. But Gitieki, a striker is more of a direct player. My plays behind the defenders, Rinyocom defenders. So Combini Arsenal Wanero is to me prison tour. Do be coming back Arsenal 10 Rio Kurmalera leader, Piane getting better trusting better now. The system getting a lot on hell. Kai Havertz is not a clinical finisher. Petit but now is tactical, is very good category and connects very well Kiori again, the Bukayo Saka, and to scoring ability to make it right. The war Yorkers, Chow, Neil, down way no, take a do, Jom Canway, Tramo Beruticum, Jokers, being do a chill, but take a battling. You know, me transfer may well be in both Arsenal. We any pretty settle mentally. You don't be a chill, the candle pegro integrating your yacht, but the war get tomorrow. You don't bear me a tempo york, we don't chill pull, at least when a connection money take a bill, but Arsenal. Pack up Arsenal, take a penny down to a call, Thomas Pate, penny to be costing Arsenal, pick up tea, cover, Yin Kono Musungu, a wing give team.
Yeah, Lamson. Poi una terra di dare per me. Kai nero. I can keep saying when Magiti appear per il covone. Arsenal. Kan ya mangeo di. Caro pasen ma diet do na che covo. Yeah, penene ka ni ciao le con per ciao ni. Arsenal per ruino, they are top players. To my pig take it in pass and pego when given the fact negotiate to keep their seasons at there. Seasons at there, Magian Tiero, before you saw Mena Mario. Every two earning that to overcome very town Arsenal Ruino, but fear attack no Thomas Party. Carla to Magicero, Zumimendi, Kacheki no God, Mobile or Cajogino. these are top players. And ka inero lutugo ene chalo Noga bela tuga chiel ma were kar mo karange. Brentford go Man City tare. I remember season 2021, 2022, my Man City team can get treble. Team for Brentford is the only team of go Man City home and away. And give me anywhere team many the team para to and make it one and no guys. Benica anti midfield Kenyon. Ngeo kirme controlling temper me deal. So ko beri chane Arsenal gamo jane unity body. Tina aya. Being an pair of Madam Kubichan as well, better call for them attack law and striking line. Kubichan as well, Gamo, that two or Maka you win, yeah, winner. The town bed of part, my teacher. Penny goal, kill my can. Goal, man, one pair. And you know, I league me Portugal. Sincerely, league me Portugal. That you know, join any game to defensive game. My motto deal of Portugal, but Belgium a yard. And get a joker as Pobel Capar, you know. And better go tell we a bala. You know, and any competition, cut in any history, me Portuguese league. And yet he can jump more goals, but one lawyer. Competition as an organ. And my pair attack lawyer, where he better care meeting of the cover. Defense. Kuberichana defense pa Arsenal side by Gena Gabriel. Defense more pangeo kai willow kind defense of the power to Jario. Seasons are Rio Mokarange. Petty team more Makimori goals Manakla Arsenal. Elcon David Raya, where Obergatino, Golden Gloves there. And Kuberichana, Arsenal Dahomel to Magilone, Megan Valencia. These are Charlie Moscara. And now make a Inero to Moscara. Near any the next Gabriel. Penny took a come, Nego deal. Ka Inero Karajan took a careful deal. And the petty chap deal. Pick a berry child back up. Well, Kubertan as on narrow deal can near it. To the American chap, you know. It is chap, Kiwo. Well, me and the car, Madame, very easy. Your Rodrigo. And Kubertan Arsenal, Kaginan go gamma to either Rodrigo, you're easy. Don't down in your penny Arsenal be going to my can. More around with the lamps.
See that one, kind of few other one hinted from Tenella to what you will live skinny. Connection na megi kacheki Martinelli is not picking light because then two more of an inverted fullback Marinho cutting in because he's a midfielder kimagi kunya kwere dako po the midfield matinga no ras no well to give prison to get go goes my kaniki yas until the war attacked the guraria chao to kudon kala fiore and don't kill no don't to the correction kinen kachel gen Martinelli is not now working out. Now another thing but take away ni Declan Rice winning connection money again key Zumen the can Declan Rice with Thomas Partey's different players, you know, these different combinations. Can be the words Zumen were on top, where can look to Mago to one bed or the but Arsenal. But that connection money could play a matching. The two Mago no God but the same thing could play at connecting in key Declan Rice because again now Mitchell. Hello Declan Rice, if we appointment I to no number ball. Again weighing naturally number Mitchell. The two Mago maybe Merino and out to Kinaba ball. Can you Merino any correct your old lawyer, but it's a very good place. Duels, club, but Arsenal and a lawyer duels pair. Martinelli from Mourinho, Trossard the one thing the Olympic community bow. Nelson, Miracho, and Charming Club mechanic. Madrid, yes, Madrid is more of a direct player. The Benty bag, puts on the Bukai Saka, and then to Neki a power chill. Pero in the Pomar, you know, Arsenal, the Tron, no?
Yeah, Lamson. Well, my lock on the lock on that. Can you win the lock? I'm a guilty. I watch it as a teacher of a Eberizi Eze, Rodrigo. Eberizi Eze, Roma took the poison by Odegaard. Roma took the poison by Martinelli. Dinane is dynamic. Now, Cobertane, cut in and a kilo to by Arsenal. Martinelli, pay kilo to a man of your very Arsenal. Dinane. And Arsenal Cobertane. Giti ter yeti nga marong kata pe Martinelli. Wati quality at all. And Arsenal beru type club maka ina transfer ma Arsenal timo. Yen pegi role. And pegi giberu carrero ni ala turenti ma chara ko nga ngin. So ko beri chane ka ina to pa Martinelli. Tourne donc pe por ke lego pa Arsenal. Pikiano tour ma don kon ginak no Arsenal la tour ma kilon matne and Koberchane gino wa Arsenal tiga tiar Rodrigo yo eze and bet to wala pegamo Madweke ramo tour position pasaka be ramo tour pa matne tinane now Koberchane ka inero la tour ma kilon skeli a connection kin gigen ki matne beti ma be to skeli is more of a midfielder and that tourne dark idea eto madne pengen format kito position mo mier any chunye where any fitting ki scale either ka scale when you diro no error mo covering eto madne mete ring any teni idugi ring and ki so well style petiga miango wa tata ero kuberichana tera pero ene madne ticho now kuberichana kazo chero gamo Rodrigo no giro mama wa ti pa pepe
Oye che vol Campbell gokka pel signor lo che venero che asno per la di Campbell tien maglen Max Town bien ma dia bada yelo widano yel mo don ba tem la tien ma pa ye bichi che doni che fa da su doni quere con il betiete ma c'ha dan ma ko c'ha Arsenal yang ka da con lengo c'era già tra Chelsea
Bye bye nya wa ya pa okay mina ko Arsenal
madugu c'è madugu
okay
bak no mier kay koy lok geno ma ko do ma wa gena
JB mo
ma da ka reveng de fix sa
JB do ma joko
JB ma ya ti no ona kero kuja ottimo
ko ma lo là cho nó program tin rồi Và đạo như nó kinh cái về đi program mà nào nó cho nó video kinh người ta chào giờ đẹp như cái chuyện này gì tao phải rồi tao phải
Yes, line video for your time to do with America. You have a check line video. You minute would pin the papa. Do you put will Nico be the China? You petty my tech, but the kick a greater war. Down to you permit on what talk. You don't learn piggy no tea. You may yet say kick a greater war. In the chat medicine, the name and kick a greater war with a law of talk. We are at least done with kid gungo law of talk. Piggy launch a bit, kitch a bit. It took said ban me a greater war. So to be a bit better me, piggy line video, what down. Kidong dua cel kemi mutaka magil la dir muzung wa dua mutaka ba gwer gore do video to tra dan timi no yin cher me cho ka gwer wo do ug chimi se cher de chino ka me cho join now chi joining ka bok no pe cho ne idio prom ko da le mati abungwen chino ye cher cho ne yo biak tu mo ka kan be mano team and website legi machara viet no tie kidong be yung cher giti ka cher ki football versus casino no tie gido kan mo pona ta kibi na nige karo kaluru ne be ma kwanya no bero TV kolo lo wen kibi go ne gichim inamba chimari not there ariyo bichel pierre der beach when you're not ariyo not pierre when apart not can lo check kin matich kwere betting pe ptie pe dama for mal pro pierre beach pierre beach michermano to ken mo ken we wo chomangio ko tijube yo kana national lotteries and gaming regulatory board university ken dama be no mutaka keyboard to do make a we wo yes come ben madok dong borin ken my name cast do kwere Musung wene dong this time round ben Mario dong gi wolo na gi ko dong te bot Arsenal will ma Arsenal will any be ko ge.
Yeah, atama kwa machel. We are making myself very clear. Arsenal for the past 3-4 years. No me at least don't kind of know Mario. But a bit of a the only missing piece in that Arsenal team has been a striker. Because there are games ma Arsenal zero drawing 0-0 and you carry 1-1 catch striker here and a clinical striker. You saw that Chelsea team made 2004, 2005 and Mourinho never considering the least goals. There are times ma just drop by Chero grinding out results from nowhere and team just wins only 1-0. So that is the only kind of striker man at time Arsenal needed. The only kind of player man Arsenal was lacking. So according to Kilman and Okaidong this season,
Gyökeres don't be routine.
they don't get a striker. And if Gyökeres can give them at least 20 goals in a season, trust me, Arsenal will go at least this time with some trophy. Pian Kenya no.
I don't play Premier League.
Pian Kenya, no, I'm not. Robert Premier League, Robert FA Cup, and even Champions League because Kenya, the entire Arsenal team. For me, I would say it is the most complete team right now because it is a team Maguberu like I said for almost 3-4 years. No to one kind of team, but very experienced. You see, so defenders for Arsenal can give you goals. Wingers for Arsenal more goals. You have midfielders who are going to complement the strikers with some few goals here and there. So for me, I think technically Kenya Arsenal is one of those teams are more complete than the rest of the others. So Arsenal put him on the season, I will be surprised and I will say perhaps Arsenal will put him more than put down for a long time to come.
Yes.
Otherwise, they have a very good team, and I'm happy finally they have a striker. And yeah, I think I'll also be able to now really mock Arsenal fans kind of failing and go empty-handed because they will have nowhere to run.
Yes, well, Dafian Makor, Dafian Pale disappointed and like Liverpool and no beer ticket guess Magachar, but Liverpool fans, but that can a both who was so much do about the kind. Liverpool Richard will materially that chat a good to you with Channel again. Mama don't live for the lacking with each other pay, Mama that's a real no do with Timothy second choice goalkeeper. Alison Becker go be Renver Dongo, Moment Salah go be Dongo, Van Dyke Beggar be Dongo, Footier, who made a man of palm, can nail a 2 Magalon Egetike, Liverpool Channel Kilotier, then again get your Gamo, a striker chill, Matima Berry, the man from entrance. Very good player, it's promising. Yes, get a man or a thing, a chill Liverpool again, who will get a fight to make a Isak, which are million pounds, me a chill capa. But Newcastle tiga jing ko right count dong Isak po bituro nyo bituro gian premier char na matrat but Liverpool tiga mer fuste with dano ko be Darwin Nunes do chero gen go ti chan kere go char Darwin Nunes di lo tiba million pounds Pierre Pichu bi chero ko en no PSR get set to try ben again moneno to can go charo the like of Enchant the goalkeeper ma meg macha kela ge go charo Luis Diaz ko be chare per kicking the winning players for Liverpool be chare pe Diogo Jota ko Reño to a deck ma pige tag mo ko be Darwin Nunes Luis Diaz madong pwede pero kino na tuka chill magno Diego Jota may so rest in peace kwano tiyo tumo kilo man but Liverpool still gumede ki wilo tumo bejo kakes bino I fullback tie inabadek bikon yuko Robert Sanka chegini simi kas keni mabe Arnold Chero bene menbo Real Madrid but still no replacement but Arnold they will miss Arnold too but Frimpong of course waneno to one kibol by Leverkusen and he's more of a winger or wing back Arnold do more of an inverted football his passes and his long balls very good. Now we have two kinki salo berukan be mabe because mala two na did maguna harness slot two maguna classic football. So classic football we have salo beru relief. The defenders which are ano konya and the coordination be mabe. This time round to ngam more of the winger but channel free pong. This time kero beru query. Campbell. That can tell about the what you will do with
Yeah, I tell Liverpool and Arsenal are actually the team to beat this season. being the Premier League champion, defending champion, they are definitely a team to look out for. And still, they have a very good team. PNK Nano, just like you were Burwenyo to Machado, Ta, Alexander Trent Arnold. But the replacement is equally good. PNK Nano, Jeremy Frimpong, almost every team wanted him. Madrid, Barcelona, you know. He may not be technically the kind of a player Arnold or Ubedo, but he's equally very good. PNK Nano, defensively, I think he is a better defender than Alexander Arnold. The only thing Liverpool will miss Arnold and some of those crosses, his deliveries were actually very good. And on top of that, he would also chip in with some few goals. Of course, in today's game, Frimpong or Mordido, but I think it was not intended to go in. It was a cross. Bininan in their defensive, in their left back role, Kumbete Robertson is more of a now a substitute player. Is now more of a cover to Kerkes. We all know how Kerkes has been good, but Bournemouth. You have Watts.
Simicast is there.
Watts. Simicast is playing as now a backup to. Actually, he's a third choice number there. But Liverpool competing.
Florian Wirtz.
Bini the other Florian Wirtz. Covering, bolstering their midfield. Of course, that midfield is already stuck with talent.
Zoboslai, McAllister, Gravenberch.
Very, very talented midfielders there to look out for. And being in the attacking players, the wingers and the strikers. Much as Burwenyo, Kumbiti, Diego Jota, may also rest in peace. Luis Diaz, but Luis Diaz, Pierre Canner, no petty starter, no petty out the job of Liverpool. He was always coming on. He was actually more of an impact player for Liverpool. Then looking at Darren Nunes was also the same. Pierre Canner last season, he put out, you know, when Donya laid down, no, to still, they have very good replacement in Yugo Ekitike. I remember seeing him at Paris Saint-Germain, man of footy, Mbappe, and that the team they came up with Gareone, Bakola Gig, and all that. They are very talented players. Remember from PSG, which are entrance Frankfurt, and he scored 20. I think it was 20-21 goals. He went for very little money. First of all, come here for this team because some of these teams are just crazy. They make crazy money. This is a guy that went almost for nothing to enter Frankfurt, but Frankfurt is getting almost 60 million out of Liverpool. And such a talented player came out to the talent. Madam Liverpool ticket from Salah Gay. Now they are looking at bringing in Isaac. So, though Pierre Kama, I think. Right now, they are just going to be bringing too much competitions to the club. Actually, to the striking line. You get is already good. Yeah.
When the Gakpo is there,
but they need him. It is true they need him because they lost their two strikers.
They need Isaac.
Yeah, they need Isaac.
Okay.
But it will be a big loss to Newcastle.
Okay. Yes, Musongo, Guareda, Karachi, Liverpool.
Yeah.
Go with my tap power, take a beer.
Yeah, Lamson. I didn't have a Premier League in Mati Chakani. I don't bear Premier League, Madam Competition, manager with better than tap. Ma, okay, but Liverpool will look away again. Get type to marketing with that buying quality players. To my kind of team again to a year, you don't level to get it a man. That's all. Ko bere cha ne ka ni cha ngi no tim pa Liverpool pa ko ti la ko we ini be ikin tim attack mano romo tim ki ko gena de bi jenge ko no lo defense ka wane ro ke ba cha na ne a ma ro wa ko ke karma muri no tie you know only one goal no Romo
defending.
Romo defending. And okay, you take strikers, make sure more. You can't strikers or not. You pay on a good day. You can mark. Now, ko be chane Liverpool ti ajenge ko Van Dijk yane ko na twin defense kenyo. Tina na aya. Binenen gurwenya Trent Alexander-Arnold. And one ngene can Roma ti Romeo Kroos mabe ti udiro mo kana ma Arnold ye ti udiro ma duong full. Mano Arnold contributing well Liverpool no point. Either you me defending, you me Kroos. Whenever bear the set piece. Roma Bueni corner kick, Roma Bueni free kick, and delivery ring result. So Kuberi Liverpool missing again. Aya, Kuberi Van Dijk, Nan Maka Van Dijk, dear D. Marano Chero, Kuberi season of Caro, Van Dijk, one of 4 years. That season in Mati Chakanico, keep Premier League Matek to fight. Pengene. And whenever carry Conada, petty consistency. Tina. And Liverpool ti jenge kom gitika wilon to plan forward Joman Magiromo to okay ni after defense we get will one of frame Ponga is a good player and Koberichani will end the footing and Peronotim adapting to the system very fast Tinana and be and in a footy a beer Paro Winety one class player is just average but TK ambition my dear Maromi like a club. Tina, yeah. I have been a goal post. Poberichane, Allison back at tier right. One air okay, carries his own car, you know, you team for Man City. Where a child can know Chow can take any. Edison, Chow can kiddo, Yawano, kiddo, Maramotia, Turdon, that is not petty go real money. So I didn't know. You know, marry you team for Liverpool, Permi goal post. Yeah, so gimana where around why any team for Liverpool either get out here for an Amario, you know, even the family will my bed.
Okay, like video maybe a car go team, you know, to be a beer, gonna be a tap, Pierre, gonna be a beer, we have one. We look about Danny, you can't attack, but no mirror, what yet no one and review me. Season take a yape, what talco, Yasno, Hasno be able to command you. Name the power we appear the comment. No getting to have a beer, but I'm zooming the fast fixers for Asno. And again, you took a chip leaves that and it appear you with that. Midway mare, borrow Henry, cut up young chip Asno, the big car made to make him mad actually to Canada again, no give it to one for trying away to the first 5 fixers again. As the ticket to my tag and the Muzunga. So can I go to Kiman unit having in the Pavi Bureau, then in the period of death, go to Leeds United Cambridge Stadium. Arsenal, the chair of Tunga, check Liverpool, the period of death, chair midway, Mayor Bor and to a death much within the Man UT Liverpool year. Then again, tough Gichao Dwe Manyan, we actually Dwema Buan, Gichao to get in Nottingham Forest in the power we went. Again, Gichel to catch the team, Makelone in Manchester City. So the first 5 fixers past the wing period, maybe we'll Leeds again, Man UT, Man City, Liverpool, Nottingham Forest, so no Carol, we guys know, get Mero. Well, beautiful team, Machado, Chelsea, Yen getting a chapel to Mamegi, Mabek, Crystal Palace, the Matio FA Cup. In the take credit, the Comerica of Mary Chilling, Chelsea talking West Ham United, Mero Mukama making the Pierre Rio, via Rio, Chia Beach, Kaing give it to Kachel team. Kachel, Chelsea, the time talking full United in the Pierre Death. Kaing, Dr. Michel to Brentford, the Chelsea, no way in a power your death with the map when now we don't to Mukama with talking man you in the Pierre Rio. But come mo bin manan keyboard Manchester City, keyboard Man U, kidong Liverpool chiwa do, but dana chim ka kanyo keyboard ro kironero kichaka na pere season. Kaya no kichaka season pere. Man, you be able to me here, Arsenal. Be able to on the video. I remember the 2 when we have a chawa para you get up here. They will tear no down chawa, all down to my baby Zungo. Yes, ngani go do chero buru na chere wa. No chao season the right. Fundamental vitu man you in the pier you when no man you to me Rio. Then we took Burnley to me deck no in the pier deck. Then ngi na ku to ka chill. Ki team machana Manchester City in the Paraguay. No W no. Kare ngi lulu ki Chelsea in the pier Rio. Now being about team Manchester City to be able to make it Wolves meaning in the power ya bichel ngi yam kere chiam bichel ngi Manchester City to Tottenham Hotspur maliat mada ngi be Piera Rio ya te kai ngi Manchester City bichel to ki Brighton and Hove in the Piera de bichel ngi na bichel to ka chel donc man you in the Parliament midwe mea bungan kai ngi Man City to make it Arsenal in the Piera Rio ya chel midwe mea bungan Mana do mia get bot team machara and Liverpool. Gina mi yawa to when champ beach mabirne and kon yawa deal ki Crystal Palace. Then ye get your two dog ki Bournemouth ngin be power beach champ beach come chow man mid war. Liverpool ngin on beach ga to make again of course no don talking Newcastle United in the Pierre Rio beach. Coming in only to Newcastle United doc mark don ki Arsenal in the Pierre deck with chill. Then again the ranking give to ka chill ki team machara Burnley machara Liverpool. Then ngi go chill to ki Everton ngin be Pierre Rio midway mea woman. Maneno kibon Campbell deck chill kibon you do chim then chow to more.
Yeah.
Fast fixers.
Okay, from the look of it, there are some teams my fixtures take a favor again, but it is also about Kemago Vichao Karigeto. And my special Arsenal,
Liverpool, Man City,
Man City.
Nottingham Forest.
These are the tough games. The tougher games now on paper. No Polkare, no me or twin fan by particular team, but. Can go navigating through these fixtures. You would say, actually, it is this kind of fixtures, shaping season. Maybe then, if you beat this, your direct competitors. These are your direct rivals. You go to Manchester United, you go to Liverpool, you go to Man City. Major teams, these average teams. You're going to go with that confidence, that extra motivation. Now I have something over my direct rivals. So if I can win these other games, then I'm good to go. So for me, it is all dependent on my team, and for me, I'll be looking at Arsenal and Liverpool, champion because they are the ones magically.
Chelsea tiba bad. Man you be jam right there tiki City tiki Arsenal gwe ye season make at least kile kenyo nyalo nyale. Bozongo season be happen ning leads can all and leads a war and to go to games Milan year we is not to a chere chen and lo do we lo to mabeje da gudu chen kapien Premier League. Bozongo.
Yeah. There's one thing mommy one team jaro Arsenal can get the chako season. Car track to their record. Peggy Chaco season, right? And I know I'll be favoring team for Arsenal. When I'm a chair now, one of foot play. Kidon Arsenal always the Chaco season on an eye gear. But I think I know Chaco, the man you may chair leads, you go with Corpo Gima now. Can you chair your team for Man City? I check to do it. You are aware. And any team for Arsenal team ma down to Arsenal to connect a year. Okay, Jack now making teams ma down the way peggy year Arsenal to try. So I didn't get my child spot for Arsenal team a bear. One of foot penny. Get the jack on them a bear. And my well bear, put the jack on their way. You know to away, not there. So cái cha họ như là nó cha có tụ mặt tẻ, so cái này cũng nó point số point đều cái gì bé này thì này tụ cái này nó rong nó lôi cái này nó cái này quen được mà cha có cái màn như gọi màn như mà cha có coi lead số Liverpool cái đó good to take good in not rồi cái đó thì này nó coi kiểu vậy
City.
Yeah, City be wa boy. City don't game team that boy they don't nias no they no team pa City. Don't nias they don't attack. Liverpool away ka go to te. Logo nyo ya me Anfield pe yo. Ka ina go to ma be giro no go. Ero pe wa ti chero ke kit da mo ka.
Lain vero voglio che porti nota vera Pierre Bongandia Jack Pierre Bongandia vera di fans pa Man U fan pa Arsenal che Chelsea dan Duffin lo mio bino represent Liverpool win team gibore lain vero lo Jumbo FM hello Manga hello foil dogi lo chen
Là tu bắt đầu cái bài là này của mày nó có bị kinh rồi thì nó mỏi tu có phải anh em là thì kinh cái đó là nó cái đấy là tu em nó bị bệnh ngã tu bài là này đặc biệt là cái đó mà biết tìm một vị trí cái cũng cái kiếm tìm mà rồi cái đó là một cái gì
Arsenal
Chelsea là nó làm nào
okay Anyway, team Maria can Arsenal Chelsea Cherokee Kobo like video in mighty wa Kenya nano kero wilo tumkero wa discussing kan yini bed bene honest team mena nano pi Cherokee Kobo viak ba migi hello
you started langsung
foil better when you never bear one
tahu ya gitu
gaki ya geke dah
tahu ya started langsung mana cara so cium ya sama sampai di luar
yes we analysis mo kanwa
analysis we mo pe ke bon muzu mo ye go me kam kana ni but as no ta ko ma to ngana idom mo ma ne to kan we gam the is ya no be ka do en lo ke ma ne no ya no dong ne ro na as wa ne pa ru ti ko ti dong ta pa ta ta pe je wa ni ti ma be
ko dong pe
go ka mo dong pe wan wa ni ma ti o full swing
okay go in dong ta dong su ka ke dong fi ti ko no dong ta ko dong ti ban no dong ti we le chu dong yes mark mot chat rồi network cái right ba mark mot đấy no mero when you look in air dong network dong fi ye network dong ti mara ta mo kan line team mo go tika chwala ben message Lamson hello
ya po langa
foi de twal
ni ta ni ki ma tere mo chang li ko mu ju po
okay yo
que no le que es lo ¿no? Arsenal Liverpool era que capitano di porque
Arsenal Liverpool bicara ke ko Chelsea pe ya
Chelsea way deal kia so Arsenal dia tahu tu mampu ya jadi tu ya kita ni kira mampu ke Liverpool pada way nana kong way makan pela
okay
yes apa
era vai venir que algo tu que gan feel gan pa Liverpool ni piara tet we chill le come tang no do tiga tu kwere hello mai ara kio chat toy
awak ni ba
email log get out network dong pe ye ya go chat toy kenyo texting dong network ko chat toy dong pe ye dogi ki los kan hello ka go chim no pe lo ko nyo ke line no dong pe mer ba chawa dan mo kere lo kom hello foil
apa mata ada sinyal langsung Mira que coño, ¿qué Rodrigo que es en na me na chok te daño no.
Okay. E lo come ese romper va bebe la tu mano gua che alle l'altra la ne no ti miro ese anto que no represent mechanical. But Arsenal structure money ma gen give me good tool like pere ga yibe tool because Arsenal tiga pa an can close tiene kai nen ti club mo binu ki chante ma no Brighton gumo ga gen principal mo gen ki ese ne ichulo no gang mo pay ye pen close no yuru kuma no contract ni yuru kuma yuru Arsenal e kam yara wuting chante you me ci lok mo pere but gen ti kan in terms of structure ma ichulo ki an kwere hello network ko kwanyo yan dan mo ken ne lokan ka dokumas na taw ye manu men wacher ki lot kan foil hello
Lamson UG
yitining
angera tema Roma na kwana cha na pe dware di ma da
Better when you don't lock mo mabejo.
There I got witness part discuss on when you bear my man not a year of pelar man yang like no straight from Pative.
Okay, team man team ko.
One man pick a mom one man of a part one man of took you and a child one young peer me of John me or two of Quija none of the damn says go away so one man and peer. One never pick one pick a mom one now part of Pega. One thing I for and near on it can so put me again for air because this one man on a weekend will one will go up.
Okay. One dong man you guys know. Jeven attack the market in the Parabero. Who is who? Hello?
Yes, hello.
Foy.
Juji.
Daram ya gikene
Foy mataji kwa ndwan persekutin di paruga. Ana ti amira wade ke waro min wa man matiji kinyeni achulu bol ki dalo deni la po makko pe marle. Idong pengo ko mano furgan kan football. Ya ne kure no bigwa tumo. Ati alega ni ana chele kanani. Ko kipa chairman you know. Midfielder me Brighton ki kelen. Kan ki ken no tumo. Wa ki orodom. In me kero ne ki du ko ni du ko no pere. Eno no pere.
Yes, I don't know put the line team. I don't know. Ciao to Mona Gerlo.
Hello? You are captain gila motana. Antara nana yare. Dan wa ti wa kono Arsenal gi Liverpool gi title peba. Ana nana mare. Premier League pe yor.
Na maron chergi kogo.
Yare Arsenal gi sir put from Berate kemi. Yanta ko dia la Rio gi ko mi ti jono karan put du e chunya mata.
Man yuko.
Diwirango la conference yu kujaram.
Nigeria foi matanga de David Martin maro giwa kai ne dana ma pol do go line maybe more than rio mo music muzungo kida mbongo moro da rio mo chwa tuyo neno ni milaka jamo bitingi kobo mo dan muzungo
Yeah, for Lamson. For Mata, bot ka chiel ki ma chero bot dano way mangya and dano mangya duong maru kedong there's one thing mum yer nge this time yer kedong Guardiola team ki kobo kai nano Guardiola team ki kobo Premier League teams ki kira go yo pene go ye Guardiola team ki kobo kedong yer ki la Premier League dong the back place Premier Guardiola League.
okay
Beno do dominating.
yes
Yes.
come back
Yeah, atamani Miramot Rama Mana Kegudido Junta Stone yeah Omega
for a tackling video and you'll be better